Got to get the race going here. Boogity, boogie, boogie. Saddle up, boys, and let's go racing. Think that was a good start, Mike?
It was
Missed
for
it
Jimmy
by
Johnson.
that much.
There's
but
Kyle
it was
Busch.
up at the front for Jimmy Johnson.
Already Kyle Busch in that high groove, taking advantage of some of those other cars running around the bottom, getting stacked up. And Kyle Larson going right along with him.
Boy, double wide from third on back. Now, the front cars shake out, single file, back through about 8th place. Jimmy Johnson extending his record of laps led at Texas. With 3 to go in stage 1, the pits will be closed when we get to 2 to go.
And that battle that we talked about that happened on that green flag pit sequence between the 22 of Logano and Jimmy Johnson, that's going to make the difference here for Joey Logano.
Ty Dillon and Matthew Benedetto pit. That leaves only Eric Jones and Ryan Preece, who have not been to pit road since lap 16.
Jones brought out that caution, so I think that has an effect on him.
And pit road is closed. Only car in the pit lane is Alex Bowman doing his pass-through penalty. Logano, Johnson, Elliott, second and third. There is the gap, a car length and a half.
Yeah, I believe that 9 car is a little bit better than Jimmy in the 48. Jimmy Johnson 48. Don't know if he's going to get around him here before we come to the end of this first stage.
Valuable points on the line here for stage points, but also that valuable point for a playoff point to Joey Logano.
Stage ends. The cars out front that did not pit: Truex, Kurt Busch, Harvick, Clint Boyer, and Almirola.
And Mike, it didn't seem like tires made a huge difference. I mean, the lap times weren't that great of a difference from used to new tires. So staying out's not a bad option.
Yeah, I actually think it's probably better, Darrell, to have some heat and maybe a little air pressure built up in those tires for these restarts. Heard a lot of guys complain that on low air pressure on new tires, the cars really have some issues. Whoa, that's 18.
Oh my
Busch
gosh.
through the grass, 3 wide on his brother.
How in the world did he make that work?
3 wide behind them as the one backs up, having to clear out of it. Chase Elliott and Joey Logano take advantage.
Boy, look at the back of that 18 car bouncing through those bumps through 3 and 4.
Kurt Busch cannot be pleased about what just happened.
Oh, I'm telling you, Mike, that was incredible that they made it. Watch this. The 18's on the outside here. He's going to dive all the way to the inside, up beside of Kurt Busch's brother. Gets a little off in the grass, wiggles, wobbles.
And you could see Kurt Busch was trying to side draft Kevin Harvick to try to get position, and when he did that, they stalled out, and that 18 car took advantage of it.
Wow, pass in the grass 2019.
No, it was a real one.
It was almost a wreck through the grass.
Oh my.
Whoa, Kyle slides just a little bit up toward Harvick.
Oh, now his brother's going to repay the favor.
Make it 3 wide now.
How you like 3 wide, bro?
One side, 3 wide here, 3 wide.
I don't think Kyle's going to check up just yet.
Oh, he has no give up, I can tell you that.
The one that did give up was Kevin Harvick. Chose to be the wiser guy there and check up and let those guys go to it.
We're under caution because Kyle Larson hit the wall, and as the car came down pit road, his underhood became a flaming Texas fire pit.
Well, this is kind of odd. I mean, it just looked like the car wouldn't turn. That's different than just having a tight condition. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it's a gust of wind or something that sent that car wide, but that almost looked like the right front was just not underneath him or was losing a little bit of air, and he went right in the wall.
Joey Logano got the free pass and then had an uncontrolled tire violation on his stop. Denny Hamlin found his way back to the front, overcoming an earlier penalty with a gas and go stop here with 12 to go in stage 2.
That team beats all I've ever seen. They can get in trouble on pit road, get penalties, everything else. Some way they figure a way to get themselves back in the race, and here they are.
The day was going so well for Joey Logano until that stop. Now matters have gotten worse. He just radioed to his crew that it feels like the hood of his car is popping up, and we were on that onboard. Look at it closely, Jeff. See what you can.
Oh, I thought the same thing, Jamie. I was about to say something when we were on board. You could see the hood buffeting and coming loose. Now, I don't know if some of the hood pins have sheared or if it's just how much air is, turbulent air is being moved around that car right now.
I think it's the air. I think it's turbulent air.
I don't know. I've never seen a hood moving like that before.
Well, you know what? It won't do that long.
No. Be up and over.
The next thing you'll hear is, I can't see where I'm going.
You can see it's like caved in the front. It's completely caved in the front side of it.
I think all the hood pins are in.
How about the bracing underneath?
I think it's
those
the bracing,
pins,
Mike.
Jeff?
You're exactly right. The bracing underneath there has come loose. Wow, what an amazing shot by our cameraman.
Difficulty, but not a violation.
That's a good question. I mean, Larry might have more on that, but you know, it's not like the hood's come off, but maybe it's something that NASCAR looks at when this race is over.
Well, his teammate Ryan Blaney fighting for second now with Kyle Busch.
Boy, great job of Ryan Blaney right there.
18, tight on your corner, clear.
You can see Blaney.
2 to 2 wide by 3.
Ryan Blaney did a great job side drafting Kyle Busch, but he recognized that Suarez was coming with a big run, moved down to block it to complete that pass.
The pits are closed, 2 to go in stage 2. Vince, how about the 18?
Yeah, one of the issues that Kyle had prior to that previous stop, A, he couldn't get it to turn well. That's what they addressed on the pit stop. B, he said it was just on the splitter. That's still the case, and he said it's really causing it to be extremely tight. That's why he's lost those last couple of positions. A lot of work left to do on this 18.
Well, they'll get a chance to fix it here in a couple of laps.
Yeah, so
Paul Menard up to 5th place. And behind him, Ryan Newman had to start last because of failing inspection. And Newman has come to 6th place.
Well, sometimes you just got to get a break, and he certainly got that when they chose to stay out and catch that caution. Stenhouse, nice job of him, teammate to Ryan Newman. They were on the same pit strategy.
Yeah, he had a penalty earlier, Jeff, but he's come right back up into the top 10. 8th, William Byron, our outside pole sitter, and a nice run for Michael McDowell, sitting in 9th.
Seems like you want to have an issue today on pit road if you want to be up front in this race right now.
I don't know, the 22, that's 2 for him because he got a tire and now he's got a hood problem.
So caution and the stage-ending flag for Denny Hamlin, who used a gas-only pit stop to lead on the restart, and Denny gets his first stage win. We go back to green with 20 cars on the lead lap.
And I'm with you, Darryl. I don't necessarily agree with the types of calls that NASCAR is getting involved with that tire violation, but they've been pretty adamant about calling it recently.
One back to the 6. By 2. By 3. So side by side back there. So by 3. 41's got the run up top. So 2 back. Back to even behind you. So 2 back.
Well, we've been talking about Ryan Blaney. What can he do? He's out front now. We're going to find out.
I think Blaney's really good. I also think Suarez is really good, and it's kind of fun to see that 21 car, Paul Menard, up there in the mix as well. It's a good car.
Jamie?
Well, Ryan Blaney, there was a lot of discussion about whether to pit, and they were planning on pitting for fuel only to stay with the competition. But at the last minute, Jeremy Bullen said, let's stay out. We can do this in 2 more stops.
Jimmy Johnson had a big slide up the hill. He's going to give up 2, 3, maybe 4 positions.
Boy, he really went up the hill, Mike. I thought he was going to hit the wall, but he caught it.
I just think Jimmy Johnson in clean air. That car has enough air to keep that car underneath him, but in this dirty air, car is really edgy in the back end.
It just took off.
Watch Ryan Blaney right here. Little puff of smoke there. It's going to get bigger as he comes past start-finish line, and just like that, all 3 Team Penske cars have had trouble today. Jamie.
And he was looking so good. So Ryan Blaney came in. He said, my temperatures look fine. And then all of a sudden, the smoke. He said, I think we've blown up. They've gone under the hood. They're running back and forth. They think maybe it's something they can fix and can continue the race. Meanwhile, on the left side, Clint Boyer had his issues earlier. Thought he had an alternator issue. Went back and forth from one battery to the next. He just made his stop.
Turn 2. Kyle Busch, way up the hill, is going to lose not only the lead, but probably the next 3 spots.
I think he might have a tire issue. I think he might have a tire issue because that car just took off. I don't know, guys. I'd be worried if I were him because that thing just took off up the hill like something happened to it.
Right. Get it back under you. We'll go back to work and another stop yet.
Well, if your heart's beating by now, let's look at this again.
No kidding. I mean, I thought a right front had gone down because the car really just, you can see there, it just took off.
Yeah, I can't tell if it twitched and the back end stepped out, and then he caught it and then went up the racetrack. He made a nice big arc in the corner. I don't know if it's any kind of tire issue because right now he's back up to speed.
Regardless of what happened, Kyle Busch was the leader. He's now 8/10 back in 4th place and did not comment over the radio after that happened.
No, and you heard the spotter say, "Okay, calm, get yourself together, get back after it," and he did, and it looks like it's okay.
Yeah, but we've seen where track position is so important in this race today, especially when you're the leader. Really difficult to make a pass on that leader, but once you get behind, it's hard to get those positions back.
And he may not want to tell his team what happened because if he keys that radio, then everybody knows.
All right, more pressure right here for Eric Jones.
Pitch this time. Pitch this time. All the way to your green sign. Pit.
Get to pit road aggressively, but don't get yourself in trouble. Nice job.
Yep. Very cautious.
Nice clean entry, Matt.
And Mike, he's been money down in turns 1 and 2. That's where his team feels like he's been making up the most time. This pick, who has been retooled in the offseason, Dustin in the case of Michael Hicks. They used to be over on Denny Hamlin's Toyota. Ernie Pierce, the Jackman, and Justin White. They came over from Stuart Haas. Great stop.
Pit road speed, long way down to turn 1 where you can accelerate. And we'll see where Jones re-enters the order. Denny Hamlin has picked up the lead from William Byron and Clint Boyer. 3 to go, and looks like a good day for Joe Gibbs Racing, currently 1st and 4th. The other team that has dominated this season, Team Penske, not so much. Troubles on all 3 of their cars today. Stuart Haas running 2nd, 3rd, and 7th and 8th.
But what a difference here. I mean, look right on our screen here, the number 4, Kevin Harvick. We're so used to him being the dominant force at Stuart Haas. Right now, he's actually running 4th of their 4-car stable.
Our forward onboard camera from Harvick.
But they're all 4 of those cars in the top 10, so very consistent.
And Hendrick Motorsports started up front. 2 in the top 6. 1 lap to go.
You said it, Daryl. He has a way of coming back.
I don't know how he does it, but they do it a lot.
A double penalty day and a checkered flag for Denny Hamlin.
It has been almost 9 years since Denny Hamlin went to victory lane here at Texas Motor Speedway. Climbs from the car, wants to get that flag. Denny, Chris Gabehart just came on the radio and said, we still haven't executed a clean race yet, but we have 2 wins. How did you overcome 2 penalties today to get the win?
And a missed pit road under green. Just a fast car. You get me a fast car enough that could really pass anyone in the field. So that means a lot. So it definitely was a different type of race, trying to draft and everything and trying to get out of everyone's wake. But proud of this whole FedEx office team here, Toyota, Coca-Cola, the Jordan brand, Little Big Burger, everyone who helps put this race car on the racetrack. Joe Gibbs, JD Gibbs, still thinking about him and his legacy. So got to say hi to Jordan and the kids at home, and hopefully we have some fun tonight.